Hello everyone, and welcome back. So, just on the background of the live chat is me slap dashing, wet dash rendering a big long garden wall here. And you'll notice I have some rules along the top there, and they will be getting done with coping stones after. This is the way I wanted it done. I'd prefer to work to the coping stones, but the guys, I've sort of propped them all up so it should bed on okay without any sort of having to touch up too much along the edges. And I'm gonna, once I get a chance, I will sort of chop this video up and do a demo on how to wet dash, how to patch wet dash render. Maybe do a bit more on the mixes and stuff as well. Just sort of letting the room fill up a bit here. So dashing is never an easy thing to blend into existing, especially dry dash. Wet dash I find a bit easier. That is actually painted dry dash at the bottom, but obviously it's been painted a few times, so it's okay to wet dash to that because they're going to paint the whole thing right through. I actually get a good joint on this one the whole way along, and it came in very well. I haven't actually seen the job painted, but I have seen it after it all dried out, and it came in pretty nice and very uniform. Which is good. I don't think I'm using Macscribe on this one, I'm not sure. I used a smaller wet dashing trowel for this, but I usually do use the ox. But the ox is good. I used it in the dry dash videos that are more recent. Believe it or not, it's a very warm day when I'm doing this, not today. This was done in the hotter weather. As you can see, the sun, I'm actually working in the shade here, but you can see the shadows there, how sort of strong the sun still is. This is later on in the day as well. But this is the footage that I was talking about. I'm going to chop it up and hopefully maybe do a live, sorry, not a live stream, but how to wet dash, how to patch wet dash maybe. But we can break it down in areas. I can explain more about that too. Also have more on big sealing, sort of what way to go about doing big sealings and stuff. Obviously for beginners, smaller sealings are better to jump in and start. I usually wear gloves when wet dashing, even be rubber gloves, anything sort of protect your hands, as the wet cement can burn into you very quickly, especially if you have any wee cuts in your hands. It just sort of corrodes them a lot more. You'll have a wee nick in your hand that will become a lot bigger by the end of the day. So this is sort of my third live stream in a row. I'm definitely going to try and get get another couple going this week. At least might miss out tomorrow, but I'll get sort of Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday again. I'll do live streams the whole week through. Just anybody wants to talk about tools and that there, we can crack on with them. It shows you how far a mix will go of wet dash. This isn't even the full mix out in the ball, and I'm using the belly mixer for that, but it does show you how far it will go. But no, I'm looking forward to the wee videos coming up. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, get a bit of time to finish off that step and the patch above the head as well. And I dropped links in the last live stream about Skylark's sort of render. I'm hoping to copy it and do it. But again, like I said in the last one, I'll show you all that video probably before I actually go ahead and do it. And obviously anybody watching this live stream coming in, the links are all in the previous live stream. All the live streams are on a playlist on the channel as well, just called live stream, Plastering Chat live stream, I think it's called. So if you're looking to see it, it will be there. But yeah, Danny was asking for more rendering videos basically, so if we can get more of them up, I'll definitely do it. Especially, he was specifically asking for how to straighten, and I'll try and break it down on basically how to prepare and your mix maybe as well, and then how I go about straightening the wall and stuff. Maybe setting out rules and beads, just floating beads. So it might be quite a lot of videos to come from just that topic alone. And then obviously when to rub the wall. Sand cement's not too bad for devil floating when you're marking it ready for the skim, because you can kind of hit it early as well, and you can let it go and dry a bit, but you don't want it to get too dry, of course, because it'll tear on you and sort of turn the dust, you want to hit it. There is a specific time you want to get it, but I'll try and cover that on the videos when I'm doing them. I do actually have a video that sort of does cover the straightening and the rubbing as well, before just sort of getting the wall ready for plastering and tiles. And it's basically, I think it's called how to render a wall ready for plastering and tiles. So that's sort of that video. But obviously I can repeat these videos and keep trying to make them a wee bit more, with a bit more info. Maybe make them easier to watch, easier to listen to. I know there's another question was asked about basically have a sort of patching up video. The person was quite impressed with the video, but I have music going in the background and it sort of muffles out the sound of the video, so I need to sort of fix it. Get it sorted. But I've noticed that the winter is coming in, definitely getting darker in the mornings, darker on the way home as well. So it's be harder to make videos sort of later on. Do have good lights as well, for obviously plasters need lights to see. It's getting a bit duller in certain corners and me cupboards and that there. It's handy to have good lights. On this video, I think for the coating, I think I used a Refina. No, I would have used my ragni for that one. The Marshalltown Hawk. And then obviously this dasher, I don't think it's actually Macs. I think it's just the plain ones with the wooden handles. What's up, DMA plastering buddy? No, never worries. Only really sort of getting started here. Haven't missed much. Just waffling on about videos to come and stuff. And obviously this video in the background, this is the video I was talking about. It took me a long time to get it sort of saved to the computer sort of as a file. Took like, I don't know how to sort of just leave the computer on sleep while it was going. But I'm wanting to break this up as a how-to video, and there's a note why we should wear safety glasses to get me splats in our eye. But I just find sometimes working with the glasses very difficult to see how well you're actually plastering the wall. That's the sort of rest of the mix, I think. Quite a lot in one mix of a belly mixer. You can see the guy's going to clear up none of that mess was left with us. He's going to clear it all up. It's just really left over from the building of it. Quite a lot of block actually for a garden wall. Sort of get over the bit of sort of cough, sort of snotty nose I had. Kind of getting over it now. It's the cement we're using, black bags. Cheers, buddy. Funny enough, at trowelling and trowelling, finished with a gun. I've never actually used the gun myself, but if you can do that, you can dash. Obviously, the trowelling gun's probably a bit easier because you just wind it. But it'll be the same thing if you ever patching up with that. You know, you're going to be having the same thoughts of how to patch in joints and how to work around things, how to finish it. You know, it'll still be in your mind. So that way, you should still be. You know, you'll still have a keen eye for it of how you're finishing it. But obviously, there is a bit of technique to it, of the dash of sort of when you're hitting, just sort of slapping back. What's up, Sandy C? Yeah, we're going good here. Getting on well. How's things? How is everybody? I hope nobody else has got the cold. You won't be able to catch cold off me through the computer anyway, so. Yeah, buddy, I'll get a wee look. Like I said, I've never actually used the gun because it's not really big here. Yeah. So, well, that's good. At least you're not cold. I know the temperature is dropping, Sandy. So it's definitely stay warm. It's definitely time to stay warm. Also rubbed the wall up behind myself there when I'm dashing up into. That was a painted block wall, and I actually had to SBR that wall just to give an extra bite. But yeah, buddy, I'll get a wee look. But like I said, I've never actually had to actually do that because any jobs I've ever done has always been just dashing that way. Dry dash, coloured dash, wet dash. What's up, Donald, buddy? So easy way to get paint off a wooden floor. Probably not, sadly, in my opinion. See, there's paint strippers, heat guns, and then sanders. Is the wooden floor full of grains and holes, or is it really smooth? The smoother it is, the easier it probably would be to get up, but if it's full of grains, it'll be hard to get all the paint out of it. Yeah, truly, now the devil float it, don't you, before you go ahead. Smooth. You should try a heat gun, but be careful because the heat guns get really warm and easily you burn yourself with them. But I would say a heat gun could be good because you could just heat it up and give it a scrape. Don't really like using chemicals, although the heat gun will make the paint smell a bit too. But I don't like chemicals for things like that because they do smell. But I think it's called nitrous oxide, takes paint off wood very good. But again, yeah, it sounds like a lot of hard work, so it does. What's up, Donald Hughes, buddy? Hope you're feeling better. Hope you're back to work as usual. My mate Donald's a fibrous plaster and solid plaster. My mate DMA Plasterings, he's actually a plasterer and builder. And Sandy's brilliant at everything, especially singing. Pro singer. But yeah, scraping paper off's a hard enough job, so scraping paint off can be just as hard. I don't know, flip. Trying to think. See, any chemicals used might sort of smell for a long time after. What about you can get like sanders, like wooden floor sanders as well, that just sort of, you just buffer over the floor and it'll just sand the life out of it. Wire wool sounds like it's pure muscle. That sounds like a lot of muscle. Try a heat gun, they're not actually dear to buy. Just be very careful with it. Make sure you turn it off and don't set it on anything that can burn, and don't touch the top of it. I think they're like 13 quid, 15 quid you can get a good heat gun for. I had the van I have now, it used to be sign rating on it, and that's how I got the sign rating off, was a heat gun. And a mate of mine was helping me. My mate Mark, he's a school teacher, and he burnt the hand of himself. So he did. He set down the heat gun, and you know, you think that it's cooled down, and then he picked it up again and burnt the hand clean off himself. Going that far, so yeah. Well, you can hire out sanders as well. They're just like, they're like them sort of buffers, floor buffers, you see. And I think you just hover them over the whole floor and sand it all down. The only thing is, it's going to create dust, so you're going to have a lot more to clean up. Hoover. Yeah, buddy. Well, see, having a hand plastering will help you with no cementing, sort of being able to sponge it off, like you say. And hopefully maybe videos putting the dye in and all, but you probably already knew all that stuff that way. Yeah, sadly, the more muscle you use, the more fat gets burnt, so keeps the pounds off. But in our job, I try and use my brain as much as I can, more than muscle, because your back gives out quicker than your brain, it tends to see. The brain can stay a lot more alive than the back can. But Yeah, roof verges. The problem with them is that most times they're up high, so you got that danger money. I hope put in for danger money, getting up on the roof, putting them on. What kind of trowel did you use? A pointer, a bricklayer's trowel, a Marshalltown bricklayer's trowel, Ox bricklayer's trowel? Yeah, Sandy, thanks. As I was saying earlier in the live stream, this wall came out pretty well. The guy's actually going to paint the whole thing the same colour. The bottom half is a pebble dash where I'm doing a wet dash, but the bottom half's been painted, so it's okay to patch it in with wet dash, as it will sort of mimic the paint between the stones. And obviously I was up again when this was all dried out, and it dried out very uniform right through, and the patch was as invisible as a patch is ever going to be, especially for dashing. Dashing's one of the more difficult things to sort of blend in, but I tend to have a decent eye for it. I'm not trying to make myself sound big headed or anything, but I sort of done that many bits and pieces of it, it's sort of got the good eye for it. I wouldn't be a great big fan of pebble dashing, but I do like some country houses really suit it. Wet dash with bands and coins and stuff, and pebble dash, different colours of pebble dash. But if every house was the same, they would all look the same, so they would all be rubbish, or they would all be just the same good. Yeah, somebody said that before, a paint gun, the pebble dash, but I think there is some hoppers where you would literally just, I don't know if you can get a hopper to spray on with stones mixed through, but I know you can, there's ones that will throw the dry dash on, but you gotta balance up the price of a hopper and all that equipment compared to just, like you said, bit of muscle. So use the gauge and trowel just to get it in. Yeah, well I think in the wee one I did, I'm not sure you've seen that video where I point in the wee verge tiles on the corner, but I just used a wee pointer. I actually two coated mine, I nipped it right in and then second coated it. Somebody actually was in previous saying that I was doing it wrong and it'll all crack out, but actually there's only one tile that's cracked, the rest is all 100%. So I don't know why they thought it would all crack. They also assumed I didn't use the SPR in the mix for some reason. Don't really know why. They obviously didn't. The problem is they didn't watch the video. They didn't listen to what was being said in the video. But I tend to get a lot of comments where people comment saying something, but the thing they're sort of trying to complain about in the video is actually been talked about in the video. So, but then maybe they can't understand what I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe my voice is, my accent's too hard to understand. But yeah, extensions could be a lot more money in extension than a full house sometimes, I would imagine. But definitely, yeah, upstairs for thinking and downstairs for dancing. Yeah, but the sponge just brings them tiles right in lovely, like. I once heard that a pebble dash house is worth less than a rendered house, a smooth rendered house, and a pebble dash house is also worth less than a house that's just brick. So I'm not sure if it really means that the two houses side by side one will be worth much more. But I think what it is a pebble dash house won't sell as quick as a house that's got brick or smooth render. And then it also said painted pebble dash is worth less than just normal pebble dash. Sorry guys. So if it was me, I wouldn't paint it because you're tied into constantly painting. And once you paint it once, you have to paint it nearly every year then. Yeah, buddy, I'll drop a link to my one and see what you think of it. If I can find it. What did I call it? And somebody was asking me about wet dash as well. Daisy Doyle, what's up, buddy? Wet dash mix. See, there's a few different types of wet dash mix. Do you like working with lime, Des? See, trying to find this video. See, masonry paint. Sandy, is the house dirty looking? Has it got mold or something? Is it just look dull? The throat's starting to go now. Yeah. I try to avoid lime as much as possible. Just a simple fact, it burns the hands clean off you for a start. You can overdo your lime and weaken the whole mix. I know there's lots of guys use it, but going black in some places. But I also know that it can make a mix nice and fluffy. For like the likes of this wet dash mix, it can make it nice and fluffy and light, feels light and stuff. So lime can be nice. I know people use a bucket till a mix. Pardon me. So how to fill it out sponge. It's better than plasticizer. Yeah, although all the plasters I know still use plasticizer as well as the lime. But especially for dry dash, it can make the mix real fluffy. But there's more mixes you can use as well. Pardon me. Still trying to find this video now. Where is it? Baby shark doo 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 doo. Let me see. What's up, the gaming lord, buddy? That's that link. I did that round the wrong way. That's the link to the wee roof tiles that I pointed in. Baby shark. Yeah. The baby loves Baby Shark, sings and dances to it. does all sorts of hyperactivity runs. And good thing about wet dash is you can see that you can take phone calls. With dry dash you can't. Dry dash you have to keep on going. Jimmy Doyle, best mix. Sorry, the Doyle brothers are here. Sorry, best mix for wet dash. So genuinely for wet dash, we had a big live stream on this before, guys, but I'll try and drop the link to that too after. There's loads of guys giving loads more mixes, other mixes. So the more mixes you know, the better it'll sort of get for you. No problems, DMA, buddy. So generally my scratch code, I scratch 3 to 1. Some people think that's too strong, but I always get on fine. And then so my scratch is 3 to 1, and then your brown coat here, which I'm dashing onto, your second scratch coat, I go 4 to 1, and then the wet dash I go 3 2 1. So there's other people that I try to break down the mixes as good as I can, where other people are doing sort of, they more confuse it. 12 shovels to 1, 24 shovels to a bag. I'll try and dig out that live stream, guys. But even if you don't watch it now, actually, let me see. I'll try and dig out that live stream on that, because I can't remember the mixes. Guys there's other plasters, and they were putting in their line mixes for dash and their sketch coat mixes as well. You just gotta sort of use what works for you, and sort of not just always stick to that, but obviously you always use what works. What doesn't let you down, of course. No problem, Sandy. But before you go, obviously I'm not going to sing Baby Shark to you, but before you go, the black bit's probably algae, and you can get algae cleaner that should clean it off, but there's all different ones, so if you ever do get it, you paint it on, it's like a liquid, you paint it on, and then I think you have to wash it off, like hose it off, otherwise it can burn into the render a bit. But there's all different ones, so they'll need to be read before you. If you do buy something, just make sure you read it. I don't want you coming back on going, you knocked all the stones off, everything's turned green. But yeah, you can get green moss that'll go on dry dash, and you'll get the black algae and the red algae as well. But yeah, I hope that's a bit of food for thought. You might want to try that before you paint, but if you want to paint, you might also have to wash it down first anyway, because you can't paint over dirt. So it might actually be easier doing an annual. Are my fingers off? Yeah, you might want to do an annual sort of dry dash, annual render dash first. Sorry, an annual render, pebble dash render wash. If I can get that out properly. See you later, Sandy. Thanks for popping in, Sandy. Extra lime to burn me fingers off. Yeah, lime. K-Rand I have found has been the worst render to burn fingers. But then wet dash with lime, that is going to burn like mad, because just normal wet dash burns. But I usually do 12 dash, 1 cement, 1 lime, 2 sand. Sounds not right. And 12 dash. Man, 2 sand. Dash. It sounds a wee bit strong, but if it's working for you, you know, obviously your backgrounds are right. You know, if you go, the sense of the plastering, obviously, if your mix is too strong for the coat below, it will blow off that way. But the lime and cement actually cancel each other out a bit that way. So, but I tend to find as well that lime dries out a lot lighter of a grey than just ordinary cement. Like mine's looks a lot darker than, like, this will dry out like the wall that's going to be behind me here shortly. So it does dries right out light grey like. Yeah, no worries, buddy. No problems. But obviously you guys have used it before, so it's got to be coming in good for you. What kind of dicing trowel are you using? Interestingly enough, I was talking about that at the very start of this, that I actually only have my wee wooden handle one here. So I do. Pretty sure I was using a ragni to float this. I'm just double checking. Ragni trowel to float on the sand cement. I think it is. But I was just dicing with my wee wooden handle one. Quite light. The wee wooden handle one's quite light, but yeah, it is a ragni. I think it's a ragni or the Refina trowel I'm using to throw on here. But that's light enough because I try to keep them as clean as possible on the dicing trowel, but I sort of am enjoying the Ox trowel. It's comfortable handle on it. Really nice for dry dice stone. But yeah, Jamie, buddy, if your mix is working, you must have it spot on. You would know by now. People would be ringing you. Definitely have customers that have said to me, you know, texting me saying thank you, and they're very happy with my work, and obviously Facebooking me messages and being happy with the jobs and that there too. But you'll find that if something goes wrong, people will be on the phone a lot quicker than if it's going right. Where are you boys working at the minute? What kind of project is the Doyle team working on? I'm not sure if the gaming lord's still here, but this is just normal speed, buddy. It's not. Remember you were. I think you were saying I was putting my video on triple speed. Definitely just going normal speed here. I think we're saying my Pebble Dash was on double speed that time. I remember that. I definitely wasn't on the double speed, just normal. Yeah, I wonder if you've got any videos up. Any more gaming videos or football videos, Gaming Lord? Just going to try and find this link here before I shoot the bed. So that, and this wall behind me here as well, you see the grey. The stash actually dries out that light colour. The rendered wall behind me. It's going to be hard to find that dashing one. We'll do is playlist. It's got a lot of mixes in it for lime mixes, dry dash lime mixes as well. Yeah, definitely DMA, buddy. You gotta really sort of look, even your undercoat, you gotta think about your undercoat, trying to keep it back from the edges and stuff. And then when you're dry dashed, you gotta try and coat to where the stones aren't, which is, I find difficult, and I know other plasters find it difficult to really match it in and patch it in. But most plasters are fussy and try to get them things spot on. I really do mean most plasters, like that way. Right, I'm gonna share. Somebody was asking me about the link to the live stream that had chat about mixes on it, but that links to the whole playlist, to the whole thing. Sounds like question region. Might be able to find it. I can't seem to see which one it is, but I have a feeling on that playlist with all them mixes, it would be the channel would be cement, why I use which brands, questions, answers, and ratios. Let me see. So drop the link to that. 5 to 1 way too something. 5 to 1 instead I would say 3 to 1 for work and stuff like that. Yeah, there is guys that actually use 5 to 1. I've used 5 to 1 on stone buildings, because by the time you come out, your mixes get slightly weaker each time. But 5 to 1 actually will still set strong enough, especially when you rub it, compact it, and then let it sit. Once you get it right, just leave it alone, let it set. 5 to 1 still will go off that way, but 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1 should be okay. I think them boundaries, you wouldn't want to stretch them boundaries either way too much. If you're too strong, it's just going to crack. Giant's Causeway, it's just too weak, it's just going to turn to dust. But like Floorskreet's 4 to 1 technically, so that way. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah. I found the one, guys. There's a couple. People seem to love discussing the wet dash mixes and ratios. I think are on that link there for the Doyle brothers. Sorry, but for looking at them, but yeah, I prefer 4 to 1 for rangering though. 3 to 1 and then 4 to 1. Just looking at the boots I have on there, I need to find where I put them boots. The other ones are a wee bit knackered and they look a bit better. Look like they're in better shape. See the live streams once you're going back. 500 or so. You could use some cast and plaster. You get cast and plaster for cuts and PVA. PVA will, or super glue. That would be a better thing. Super glue was invented by whom and for what? That's the question of this live stream. Who knows why super glue was invented? What was it invented for? They'll be using Google. Who invented it? I haven't got any answers, so I'm going to give away the answer here in a minute. And the winner is... so, as far as I know, without googling it, Jeremy Kyle, no, that's for his lips. But as far as I know, super glue was invented by the US Army in Vietnam for cuts. I'm not sure. Might have been earlier than Vietnam Wars. And because it, you know, they ever get super glue stuck between your two fingers and they're stuck together. So it bonds your skin together really well. So if you have a big cut in your knee, you could put super glue over it. It'll stick it back together. Jeremy Kyle is going to become a father. Or no, hang on. That's somebody else, is it? Kyle, Jeremy Kyle. Who does that? For retaining walls. When you say retaining walls, buddy, what do you mean? Retaining walls, like obviously the retaining walls are holding up. But what is it? Red brick block? Did you tip it all back, James Lucky? I'll wait for you to answer me there. What's the background? Red brick? Is it brick? Is it block? Cinder block? Is it, you know, what's going on? Are we going to dot and dab it? Clearly not. You're thinking of strengthening it. Right, retaining walls, what's outside, holding up a bank. So retaining wall in the car and over concrete block. Right? So yeah, similar to, I did a few jobs with it. Similar, so you're going to always have basically damp coming through. I think when these walls are being built at the start, obviously you're probably past this stage, but I think it's better when they're built that if you tank the back side of them and you put a DPM up the back side of them, and you also put a drain to divert the water to the sides of them out of the way. Well, especially if you're building block wall. Kirk Giordano. Yeah, but I don't know where that just came out of my lips so fast there, that cinder block. But I was thinking of it. There is a block over here I've seen before, and you could it's rubbish. But yeah, back to maybe James's Loki's question. So hopefully them things are all in place. If you're already at the other stage, you might always have a bit of damp coming through the retaining wall, no matter what you do on one side, because the other side's exposed block. Believe it or not, a breeze block will let water pass through, so you might always have a slight salt problem. We sort of look like wee lime drips coming out, sort of salts coming through, and obviously retaining walls can crack a lot easier. Depending on how they're built first will determine how good of a quality. It won't matter how great you finish it, it'll just depend on how good quality it will look for a longer time. But basically the mix pardon me, I did drop links to mixes up above to other videos, which will help you later on if you can get onto them and have a look as well. But generally, what do you want to do? Rendered smooth, James? Let me go back up and check. So I'll assume you're going to render it smooth. Your first coat you're going to want 3:1, and your second coat for finishing rubbing up you're going to want 4:1, generally speaking. And in the first coat you will probably want SBR. It's like a sort of, I can tank the wall. It'll help waterproof it. You'll still probably want to be splash of waterproofer through it as well, and obviously mortar mix just to help your arms, but just be careful because some waterproofers have mortar mixes in them as well. So then for your second coat you can still have SBR in it as well, which will help, still help the water, slow the water down, penetrating. But SBR is sticky, so it's harder to rub up with SBR on it, so you might want to skip that and just put an extra splash of waterproof in. But you don't want to go overboard with waterproof either, because and tank the front of it. See, the problem is it'll get so far in that it will eventually escape somewhere, and especially even if you tank it so well, if that wall ever cracks, you've got a broken seal on the front, which then could also, like, think about all the bricklayers' mortar. Was it waterproofed? You know, even the water get through there, get through the block, that way. But what the mixes I said there will be your sort of best bet, and a retaining wall is what it is. It's to hold up a bank or whatnot, James. You still want it to look good, but I think over time they always sort of do crack a wee bit. No plaster in the world or renderer will ever be able to guarantee you nothing will crack. If everybody ever says that to you, then they either can predict the future of that wall or they're just lying to get the job. You definitely can't guarantee nothing's going to crack. I was looking at the paper today and somewhere in Monaghan cracked because there was sinkholes underneath and the whole building cracked in half, the land all cracked, their football pitches cracked, the driveways cracked. So, you know, cracks can happen. But I wouldn't recommend tanking it with a tanking kit, James, because it'll be really hard to render it then, because for render to work as well you also want a wee bit of suction. You want it to dry a wee bit so it's not sliding up and down the wall. But I have done a lot of retaining walls. I haven't seen them in a while, but I imagine they're doing well that way. How much water do you think, James, will be hitting how much percentage of the wall up the way? 3 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot? You know, you might be able to put a wee bit of extra waterproofer in, say 1/2 of it, but you're better to keep it all the same so it all sets the same. It's a tricky one. Retaining walls are a nightmare because even in the summer when I did one, a mate of mine did one as well, and we both had completely different sort of outcomes. His wall in that heat, he was working on a retaining wall and it dried like crazy everywhere, where I was working on a retaining wall and it only dried the top half, but obviously the bottom half, what was retaining up the soil, it stayed wet for ages and hung back, and I was rubbing at it. So that kind of way, you know, it was different. So obviously every job is going to be different. But guys, you know, if anybody's watching this later on, what's up on the child, buddy? Sounds like a nightmare. Retaining walls, plastering are not the easiest things to do. Yeah, I gotta love Kirk. He's a good man. He's funny. There's a good bit of banter with Kirk, like, good bit of crack, and he tries to speak the truth. You know, he doesn't really flap about on it. He just speaks what he wants to say, and I think he's a great plasterer. They do a lot of different. Obviously their plastering is completely different than our side of the world. Their outside's very similar, but they're plastering over wood. Doing the stucco. I've done that a few times here myself. Not something I like doing. It's not a very favourite job of mine. But see, when Kirk patches things in, he does a great job. You know, he tends to always get the patch in well. And most plasterers know patching is a nightmare. So what's up on the trowel? What trowel are you using these days? Yeah, definitely. He's got to be one of the top guys at his stuff. He also does acrylic render, which we're doing here. When I first started using it, he was the only person on YouTube that was using the acrylic grinder. So long ago, probably 12 years ago or something. And I actually remember dropping him a comment on it. I might actually go and look to see how long ago that was. Probably could have been 8 years, 10, 12 years, jeez. Yeah, it was a long time ago. But he was the only person using acrylic on YouTube, and we were using it in the summer, and it pulled the arms out of me. Yeah, swimming pool trowel never really did, because most of the walls I do, I gotta use the corner trowel to get into the corner, so I've actually used this swimming pool trowel actually more on the big contracts that we're on. Swimming pool trowel be used a lot on the bonding for big large walls, and it tends to, what the swimming pool trowel does good is when you're coating and when you're troweling up, it takes the lines out very quickly. You don't get much lines, but I always still went for my Refina to sort the lines out, because I have it well broken into skimming trowel, so that way. Thank you, buddy. So swim pool trowels have their uses for large areas, I think. For inside, when you're skimming, you're not gonna need it just so much. Dry dashing, yeah. Actually, it would be good, because they're not gonna leave all them lines. And like my videos, me saying try and get the lines out so your stones don't follow them. It's actually not a bad call, James. It's a great call, actually. Swim pool trowel would be very good for dry dash. Must get a wee one. They're very flexible as well. I think chalky job must have been good. Chalky. Hope means good. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen floor screeders tend to use this like a concrete trowel. It comes to a point at the front and it has the round edges, so that obviously it's the same idea as the swim pool trowel, but the point at the front helps them clean their corners. It's weird I know so much about tools, but the point will help them clean all their edges away, lift and flick the dirt behind them, clean their corners and stuff, in round pipes. But obviously it's got that sort of shape at the front where it's rounded, and it will help glide in and not leave any marks. But again, I'm mad about my skimming trowels when it comes to them things. I know RFWF for screen was using he was using the superflex before, but I'd be too afraid to damage my superflexes. So that sort of way. But I think I'm done, guys. That's me ready for to hit the hay here. But yeah, they're definitely the bee's knees for the screed. Keep a wee eye out for them. I try to avoid screed as much as I can, because obviously it wrecks my back. I'm a wee bit tallish, so it hurts my back getting up and down that way. But no, guys, this wee video, I'll probably do a wee hard to on this video that's on the background in the next couple of weeks and get a bit of time. I'm gonna keep trying to crack out the live stream, so I'll probably have another one going tomorrow night, or the following night. See how I get on. So I appreciate everybody watching, guys, and if you want to watch this from the start again, you're more than welcome, and see whatever I was talking there. And also you just can catch up on all the other live streams and that too. Sort of lagged out on me there. Still lagging a wee bit. Not sure why. Yeah, so I'll just say that again because I'm not sure everybody's seen it. But yeah, I always add the live chats to playlists, so they'll be easy to sort of get to. Yeah, James, cheers, buddy. If I don't get on tomorrow, it'll definitely be Thursday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to try and get a full week of live streams. And of course, I'll have another video up on Sunday. Always trying to get new videos uploaded every single Sunday of the year. But I appreciate all the support, guys. And I'll catch you all on the next video. So have a nice night.